said what? Punish those people who are abandoning the what? Your will. That is a will right there. You're supposed to worship God and you're not. You're supposed to listen to your parents when they are what? Of God. I'm talking to, parents who are of God, who love God, who do the will of God, and He want to what? Train you, and you don't want to go through that. He said, the Lord Himself will punish you. Do you know what happened when you are a child, as a youth? I want to tell you, when you are a child and then you are like that, you don't listen to your parents when they talk. Whenever they tell you something, you don't listen. You go to church, you never listen. Then you step out and you do your own things. Then God punishes you, right? Sometimes He makes you go through fever. Sometimes you see that your back is killing you. He's beating your back. And the whole, in the spirit realm that you do not see. Because what? You have what? You have been what? A stubborn child. So that's why God is what? Punishing you, but you don't know. Why am I going through that? You might be a man, and then you're supposed to love your wife. You are be a woman. You're supposed to what? Respect your husband. And what? And do everything that he tells you, and you don't. But what? The man is what? Is to cover the family up. So you don't listen to that. Because of that, then God make things come your way to give you a punishment. So that are some of the things that sometimes we go through, and is by our own, because what? We do not what? Obey, or what? We do not what? Get into the instructions of God. That's why. We do not do the will of God. You said you don't have money. You do not have money, so you want to go and steal somebody's money. You want to go to the way, you can't say you want to go to the what? The mall, and then be a shoplifter to steal other people's clothing. That one they have suffered and what? Put a lot of hard work into it. He said, my people has gone into excel because what? They do not have knowledge. If you have prayed to God for knowledge, because what? Knowledge is what? Is power. If God gives you knowledge, you'll be able to do everything. If He gives you knowledge, you'll be able to what? To do everything. You can do your own business. You can do what? Other people's work, and still what? And still be prosperous. Hallelujah. He will blesses the hand of your work. Because what? The moment you get that money, and then you misuse it because you do not have what? You are not wise. You get maybe $500, you get maybe $1,000 a week. you get maybe $2,000 in 2 weeks, or you get 1,500, and then as soon as you get the money, oh, I have a girlfriend, I have to go and give this money to my girlfriend. Then you take like 1,000 out of the 1,500. Are you silly? You don't have brain that you cannot save. You cannot, use that money to do other things. But you use all the money. You misuse the money. He said what? Remember the Lord in the days of your youth. So whatever that you're going through, He's blessing you. You need to remember that He's God. Remember Him, that He's God. Follow His commands. So that what? He will tell you that this money that you have got, don't use all of it. Use some to be in the saving. Save. Because if I didn't know God, I wouldn't have come this far. I regret sometimes when I was just a church goer. I used to go to church, and Sunday, you kind of saying, you see that you want a new dress. How many of us do this? Sometimes you want a dress, and walk or tata the fufro. Hey, tata dear, you kind of saying, this is a designer wear, and maybe quite sorry. It's good when you dress, but the motive of it, the motive behind it, hallelujah, the motive behind it. So sometimes I go to church, and if I don't have a dress and I don't want to go, people will laugh at me. Like what? He said, do not be afraid of what? A mere mortal. Don't be afraid. Don't worship man. Worship I the Lord. So if you go to church and you have only one dress, go to church. Now everything has made what?